Hey folks, I'm Sir Glory, and welcome to part 54 of my campaign as Marmaros in Crusader Kings II. So, there's a big war going on. This guy here, Caliph Azam II, has launched a Jihad for Bulgaria. So, my liege has about 56,000 troops in the vicinity, so we reckon he's probably going to be in good control of that. So, I've decided to stand down my 5,000 troops and bring them home. And we're going to try and pursue more personal claims up here. We can now get our claim in. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get our Chancellor to go into Zvolen. Try and get us a claim in there as well. We hold all of this. Gamer's the only county that we have the claim on, that's fine. So let's get moving. We can't call up the troops. Oh, we're getting married, that's right. Let's take the prestige. Pause, stand these guys down again. Okay, so 374 troops is all they can raise. It's going to be straightforward. Let's declare war, claim gamer, send. Okay, Mirza begged me to help him become as successful as me. It was almost disgusting how he admired my ambition and success. Let's take the gold this time. And now we can raise our troops. Everyone just jump into Gamer, siege it down as quickly as we can, and then I'll release some of the troops back to keep costs down. Who are you? Oh, my wife. Of course, I knew that. My wife's quite good as well, she's a genius. So we've got some pretty good stats, and hopefully we're going to have a pretty good heir. We have Grumaneer trait. Got to keep this another 2 years, but that's fine. I want to try and get the stewardship up as much as we can. So yeah, let's finish this war first, and we'll use the claim in Zvolen as well, and I still need to leave him there because he was so successful. Okay, Gamer, let's see what we've got. We will send these three back home, leave them to siege that down. Where's my siege leader? There he is. Okay, how's this war going down here? 34%. We've got 11,000 troops at 10. Yeah, that should be fine. More troops being raised, it looks like. Where do we want to go next? I think I would like to actually head in towards maybe Nitra. A young talented artist proposes to paint an iconic portrait of Duke Vlad VII of Ungvar. Yeah, we'll take that, I think. Win our siege there. Let's... Who are you? I can't check that until we've got troops down again. Let's offer peace. There we go, we've taken that. Of course, standing down. Try again. Right, so border dispute, but let's actually check this out. Do I now hold enough for the Duchy of Nitra? Gamer Nitra, no, I need another one, so yes, let's get the Chancellor. And we still can't move him after all that. Right, there we go, into Nitra. Okay, so that war's still going on. Now let's obligate this vassal to stay out of factions. That's something I've not looked at in a long time. Because we have 56,000 troops almost. Yeah, we don't have much in the way of vassals. And they all like us well enough. Yeah. Plenty of pluses in there. Pluses in there because of my traits. What? I've not looked at this yet. 234 dark power. Attempt to abduct or sacrifice. Do I have any prisoners at the moment? We do actually. Ah. Let's just release you. She's a lowborn. There's no point sacrificing a lowborn. Where's my liege's army going? 15,000 up there. There they are. This is good. I heard about the mad woman who tries to blackmail Duke Karan before my friend Duke Karan came to me and asked for help. Isn't known for his diplomacy, and as desperate as he is, it is even more likely Duke Karan would handle the situation with less tact than needed. Yeah, let's help in any way I can. And just remembered, actually we've got our claim in here and I need to press it. We can, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring these guys all into here. You stand down rather than get smashed. And again, actually, you'll stand down as soon as we can. And 50%, so that's going well enough. Let's threaten this. Who is this? Sergio of Heves. You might find yourself losing your title if you're not careful. You go in there and smash their army. You follow them in. And do we have... we do have our siege leader in charge. I don't have a leader in this army though. Yes I do. What's this? 23,000 troops heading up there. What happened, Mirillis? Did you run out of money for your mercenaries or something? Is this now the downfall? Try for a white peace. Okay, you're heading into Heves, so we will follow you in. Victory in the siege. Okay, and now you're heading to a bulge. And actually going into space. And this is now a way down from about 55 down to 18. Duchess Amalie of Ungvar, my sister in darkness, wants me to join her for a lark over in Bihar. There is a certain priest and would-be witch hunter who has been a thorn in our side for some time. It is time to teach the arrogant fool a lesson in manners. Time to dust off my acting skills. Okay. Victory there, which takes us to 100%, so offer peace. There we go. Stand the troops down again. Back to Marmaros. We found the zealous priest in Bihar, praying in seclusion. Amalie snuck up from behind and gave the fool a hard kick in the head. As I gave a devotion to Pythias, Amalie proceeded to relieve herself on the comatose preacher. Then the butchery commenced. Let's host a decadent feast. Wherever I go, all eyes are upon me. One woman in particular stands out. She is stunningly beautiful and looks at me with such hunger in her eyes. Perhaps I should encourage her. This is the same person. Okay. Let's try it again. Is it the same person? I think it is. We had a one-night stand with her the last time. Amalie and I staged a lavish feast in the abode of the dead priest, taking care to only invite dignitaries who weren't well acquainted. The guests were shocked at the dancers, the half-naked musicians, and the heady smoke from exotic incense, but when we brought in the prostitutes, half the guests stood up and left. The other half were delighted. Okay. Probably doesn't help reducing the Catholic faith's strength when we've got a jihad against us with a lot of troops. This guy, was it 72,000 troops he could raise? So down to 59 now, but our liege is only 18. Anyway, it's not my concern. Satan's favours, Abjurer Adrian. The great and mighty Satan has given us so much, and now it is time for us to offer them a gift in return. Satan craves a soul to serve them in their dark realm, and we have to perfect kind in mind. Capture and sacrifice a virgin. Okay. So, where do I find a virgin? Let's see. You look a bit too young. Do you have any kids? Can't attempt to abduct. What? Oh, it's got to be a prisoner in my dungeons, of course. Of course. I don't have any prisoners. So I need to find my next target. My wife's pregnant, hoping for a genius son with all of my traits. Would be the ideal. My wife seems to be going through a particularly harsh pregnancy. Perhaps it would be best for her to retire for a few months from public life and think of her health. Yes. Let's do what we can to keep her healthy. Ida says her favourite toy is missing and she won't go to bed without it. Who are you, a courtier? Yeah, well, get fussy. My offer to purchase a new toy was rejected by Ida. Fine. Right, so where do we go next? The pregnancy has caused my wife to develop quite the unusual tastes. Most of what she asks for dinner nowadays ranges from mildly unsettling to positively revolting. Still, scholars do agree that a pregnant woman's cravings should always be accommodated. I don't want her to become gluttonous. So, Quail's Leg. Back up to 28% here. You should really have tried for a white piece. Maybe they did. This pregnancy has made my wife much more talkative and cheerful than usual. She never misses a chance to chat with anybody within earshot. Unfortunately, most scholars agree that a pregnant woman should spend as much time as possible resting in a dark room to avoid giving birth to a sickly child. And lose to stewardship both ways, so rest, gain the health. A group of hedge knights. Okay, yeah, let's have a lavish feast. The dark rest may be good for my future child's health, but it is proving to be detrimental to my wife's mental stability. She is finding it harder to sleep at night and has become twitchy and impossible to deal with. Oh well. Just watching this battle not going very well down here. The hedge knights have participated in a minor tournament together with our knights in Mesembria. Sadly, one of those landless vagabonds has been severely injured. Let's allow him to stay until he recovers. I've lost my feelings for my lover once again. At least it was more than a night this time. I'd like to get a claim in Pannonia. Ah, well, I'll take the claim for Nitra instead. So, your liege, 663 troops. I think we can handle that. 626. Yeah, I think we're good. And I've got the money to buy some mercs if need be anyway. We can now get 7,000 troops, that's awesome. So, yes, Nitra. Let's declare war, claim Nitra, and send. Raise the men. You're getting a lot of exercise these days. And just charge right in there. It occurred to me that my wife is feeling somewhat gloomy as of late. The burden of her inward child is surely causing some humoral unbalance that is affecting her mood. Let's buy her something nice. Well, we take Nitra, that gives me the claim in here, a de jure claim. So let's send our Chancellor up here. Once again, I'm not going to need all my troops after all, so you guys stand down. You stand down. And I think you stand down as well. Make sure we have our siege leader in charge here. Yeah, you just go into Nitra for now. Don't want to get messed up in anything over here. Okay. Appoint Councillor. I was the Marshal already. Chancellor, I'll take that. That gets me out of the firing line, as it were. A son, how good. Ah, no genius or anything, that's poor. Oh well. We have Vlad the 8th already, so you have to be Vlad the 9th. And your focus is going to be on duty. Yeah, I was going to say, have the country changed colour? I can't stand it anymore. Every time we have a visitor from another realm in the court of the Khan Kubard makes a fool of himself trying to impress our visitors with his non-existent knowledge of foreign languages. I'll have to tutor him. Yes, okay. Khan Kubard took offence. Okay, never mind. So, yes, we are now Croatia rather than Bulgaria. But nothing else has changed. Let's see this. God, how many people are fighting against us? But lots of Catholics did come into our defence, which is good. So that's where my liege hasn't bought all those mercenaries after all. Keep it up. You're doing well. As is tradition, my wife Yildiz underwent her churching after recovering from cleansing herself from the recent pregnancy. Unfortunately, her mood has not improved by taking the Holy Communion. Perhaps some old sin is still weighing on her soul. I lose Cruel. Do I want to lose Cruel? I don't think I do. Okay. But it's my wife. I do want to try for more children, so let's try and calm her down. Let's make an exception to her cruelty in her case. Propose that Queen Mother... no, decline. Thank you very much, but thanks for reminding me also that I'm going to be the child's guardian myself. If I can find myself. Now wait a minute, what's going on here? What's my name? Adrian, isn't it? There we go. You are just a kinswoman, fine. Invite to plot. Duchy of Adrianopolis. No, I'm... No, if you were a relative, I might join you in that, but I don't want to undermine the Khan while this jihad's going on, so we are going to decline. Thank you very much. And I'll just leave you alone. Okay. What now? Request council support. Let's accept. The Kingdom of Pannonia. I cannot usurp it, unfortunately. I hoped the solution would solve itself after the baby came out, but my wife's temper still remains a problem. I could try to tell her to calm down a little, I suppose. Well, let's just ignore it. No, let's try and calm her down. I think it would be better for her in the long run. Denmark. We used to have an alliance with Denmark. I think that was a few rulers ago. We can rank up in society. Let's do that. And hopefully we'll get a prisoner here. Mayor Vlad approaches you and presents to you a request to buy a small plot of your land. There's not enough gold in your pockets. Okay, you guys charge down here. And we've ranked up. So what can I do now? Conjurer. Summon a familiar. Tainted touch. I don't think I've got any rivals, do I? Not yet. How's the boy doing? Still 0. I thought maybe a year had passed. Yeah, so we need to try and capture somebody to complete this mission. And then you follow them into Vaz, and then probably leave you sitting in Vaz. Might be a better chance of capturing somebody if we siege down this province. Okay, this is somebody new. I'm still lustful? No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Yeah, I've got groom in here, that's what I was looking for up there. Yeah, let's join me in my chambers for some wine. Why don't you? My wife is pregnant again. Hopefully this pregnancy will calm down the temper. You shall see. Yeah, much of a muchness in terms of the territories. Things aren't going so well now in the Jihad. My lover is pregnant as well. At first the signs were small, easily dismissed as coincidences, but now they're becoming too frequent to be ignored. My wife will give birth under auspicious stars. Excellent. Another child of destiny would be fantastic. There we go. Would you accept peace? No. Oh well. In that case, yeah, let's just continue to siege down. We're still looking for prisoners. A grand summoning. For some time now, my brother in darkness, Castoria, and I have been researching the proper ritual for invoking a certain demon prince. A few weeks back, our kin managed to procure an ancient clay tablet with the missing incantation. We stand ready now to attain powers undreamed of by mortal men. Unlimited power. This is me on my way to godhood, as I was promised. Or did I promise myself? Our coven surrounds the summoning circle, the correct symbols drawn, the fatty candles burning a sickly green. Castoria intones the final invocation just as I offer up the sacrifice. Distracted by the spurting blood, at first I don't notice the man standing in the circle like he was there all along. Looking straight at me with a smirk, he says, "Bravely done, child. You have no understanding of the forces you are meddling with, but I did find your sacrifice pleasing. Quid pro quo. Name your desire, boy." Okay, +3 stewardship. Fantastic. Siege is 1. And another siege to go. It shouldn't last long at all. There we go. But I guess we're going to have to go in here after all. Gain Nitra. No, we're coming after you. I want to siege that down. And we've got another claim. Lose 405 gold. We can afford it, so use it. I mean to send her... And with a daughter now. An auspicious daughter. She's sickly. We shall see what develops. Go for struggle. Yeah, fight this battle, and then I think we bring this to an end. My court physician, Censor, is worried about my newborn daughter. Yes, do your best. And there we are, 100%. So, offer peace, enforce our demands, and we have Nitra. Much better, good. Loses sickly. Let's get you guys back into friendly territory. Mayor was burned at the stake by the King of Pannonia. You swine. Let's give this writer patronage to compose my family's chronicles. Stand down the troops. And invite to plot. To see Canum Juta of Croatia dead. Okay, my liege. If you insist, we'll do that. And I'm going to put a break in here. When we come back in the next part, we will replace our councillor, and we'll create this duchy, and then we'll continue our expansion. We need to find also somewhere else for our chancellor to go, maybe into Fejér here. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment and rate the video, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and I hope to see you again next time. Cheers.